Hey everybody, welcome to the Wednesday afternoon live stream. Hopefully we got the vocals sounding right. I'm monitoring and I'm running the vocals a little differently today. We've got Kit here. And thank God we've got Harper back. Here, there he is. God. By the way, dude, that was... I really appreciate you helping me out, but you're probably like disappearing once in a while so that I remember, well, not disappearing, but remember how much I freaking need you. God, it's hard to run the stream without you here. I see, I saw Sleepyhead is here. Hopefully he's going to stay on the stream. Rock out, man. I see Beardy Face, Steve Yeager. Of course, Nikki is here. Gaz is here. AJ Stone, Soul Machine, Lisa is here. Awesome. And, yeah, same with me, Gaz. I love Wednesdays. It's like every Wednesday I've got a gig. It's weird. It's like, cool. Ray Gun is here. Awesome. Casey, of course, is here. Everybody. Casey, I wish I had a picture of you or something like that because I introduced it. But Casey's here because Casey's helping mod. He mods Twitch and helps Kit modding YouTube. And
Discord
basically runs the Discord because I get over there. I know I'm a bit of an idiot, so it's like hard for me to figure it out. But thank God. Oh, I see Shalom is here. Yeah. Oh, and Nikki, I don't do mastering. I mean, I'm kind of doing some mastering on my mixes, but I wouldn't say I'm a mastering engineer. It's kind of a whole other science. I do. Justin Mullinix from the Risky Biscuit Band is getting into that and actually has a professional mastering engineer training him. Maybe I'll bring him in on a future stream and he can talk about that. Nada is here. So today, I don't have a crazy agenda today. We're not doing anything crazy. I would like to say, this is very important, I found one more BB just this morning. I keep finding, like, we thought we found, there's another BB. It was right over there. Just want to say. So yeah, I'm gonna do a little recording on a song. I've got a song that I recorded back in the late 90s, and I had done it on my 16-track analog, 1-inch analog machine, reel-to-reel machine, and I also kind of did some of it on an ADAT machine, and I actually have a couple videos about this. Actually, Kit, I realized that it's not only the tape, what happened to my reel-to-reel tapes, and I actually don't have the thumbnail up for it right now, which I should have.
I've got it.
You have the thumbnail?
No, not the thumbnail. Sorry, I've got the link.
Yeah, hold on. Give me just a sec here, and I want everybody to check this out because I put this video out like a while ago, and it's kind of like taken off again, which is kind of interesting, but it is, hold on, I'm going to bring it up on the screen here. Oh, here it is. Let me bring this down to this screen here. So this song that I'm working on today is, here, go ahead. Oh, you're showing it? It's this one right here. What happened to my analog tape? So it's that if you want to, know what video to go look at it, and Kit's going to put up a link. So there's a little background to...
Wrong thumbnail.
This is the video, Kit. What happened to my analog tapes?
I know. Oh, never mind. I've got a lag.
Yeah. So it's this one here.
Yep.
Where I look really upset. And there was actually, I forgot, another one that was, you can go back to the regular screen. There was another video I forgot about that was about, and it might have been just a reel, I'm not sure. But it was about trying to put all these pieces together because the song... I had to pull it off the analog machine, but some of them were on ADATs, and I'd synced it to the 16-track with SMPTE, but when I was dumping it back in the computer, they weren't syncing up, so I had to kind of realign everything.
I think I didn't know what I was getting into.
No.
That's a different one?
No, that's a whole other different one.
Okay.
No. I'll have to find it, and maybe I'll find it later during the stream. But that's what I'm going to work on today. I'm just going to be doing a couple little musical parts, and we're going to be talking. I'd also like to talk about this right here. I put out a video... on Monday, and this is about the new Led Zeppelin movie, Becoming Led Zeppelin. I put that out on Monday. We'd seen it on Sunday, and, I'm not like a big Led Zeppelin guy. I'm more of a Who guy, but I've always liked Led Zeppelin, and the movie was very interesting because there was some new footage in it. There was older footage, but I don't care. I'll watch that stuff again. But there was some new footage in it. There were recordings of John Bonham talking. John Bonham, the drummer, died in 1980, and there's some recordings of him talking that the band members had not heard before. So you can see them listening to him talking. The other thing that was interesting, and I didn't think about it when I watched the movie, and this was something that somebody in a comment on the video said, is that the director, who is does musical documentaries, he didn't put his voice in it. It's only the band talking, the surviving members, Robert Plant, Jimmy Page, and John Paul Jones. And it didn't hit me at the time, but it's like they're telling the story, because this is the first officially authorized, band included and participated documentary, which I didn't realize. So y'all should go check it out, but go check out my video too. Kit's got a link up to it. It's like there's no spoilers. I only talk about a couple things, so don't worry. If you go watch it, you're not gonna go to the movie like, oh, I already knew that. No, it'll be cool. I don't give away too much. So there's that. Oh, we can go back to the regular camera, and then we can do let's see, and we can do a little Q&A. I don't know Radio Gun about, is it kind of like
Radio Star.
Ray Gun Radio Star. I actually haven't seen the Beatles documentary yet, which is ridiculous because I love the Beatles. I've been and it's 9 hours. I'm like, oh my God. So I need to go see that, or I guess see it here. Greetings from Taiwan. How's it going? Thank you so much, Spy Guy. 3 letters difference. What? 3 letters difference. What does that mean? What did I do? Did I say something wrong?
No. Between mixing and mastering.
Oh,
it's a little bit more difference than that, but
Oh yeah. Oh, Lisa, you're a Deep Purple person. I'm gonna record a little bit today, and then we're going to and we can talk and all that. It's pretty chill today. I've actually got to start right onto another video. Oh, so the Get Back movies about their writing process. Yeah.
What's that book you have? You have a great book about the Beatles recording.
I have a book that's
what is that?
It's called The Beatles. Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
Oh, whoops! Sent you off on a squirrel mission. Didn't mean to. Okay. Oh, you right there. As he falls down the stairs.
Yeah, I just nearly tripped. It's this right here. So this is the Beatles recording sessions. Now, this is not a book that's like about arguments or any drama or whatever. It's mostly very like dry. For instance, hold on, I'll show you a typical page here. So it'll be like, what did they do on this day? And it'll say, what time they started and what they got done. They talk about, they worked on background vocals on this day, or who was engineering. It's got the list of all the songs. And there's, there's some little stories about things that they did. They'll show the track sheets and stuff like that. But here's the thing that got me about this book was that they'll talk about how they came in and they work on a song. And they're like, and they did 30 takes that day. And you're like, 30 takes of a song? And they'll be like, takes 1 through 9 they did at this speed. Then they sped it up. Or they changed keys. And they did a bunch more takes in a completely different key. And then they changed the bridge, and they would record all that stuff and then sometimes edit it together. And it's all documented. And I think the thing that got me was they just worked. It was kind of about a workflow and keeping records. It actually changed the way I thought about what I was doing, like actually kind of getting my crap together and taking more records. But it literally lists every recording session. And you can look at the hours. And they were kind of famous for like working late, because back then when you went in the studio, it was like office hours, and they'd work longer. And because they would work longer, they would be able to like go into the studio's like effects library. They're doing stuff they weren't necessarily supposed to do. So, but yeah, y'all should check this out. It's a little dry if you're not a studio guy. If you're not a music person, you'll be like, But if you do production and you work in the studio and all that, you should check it out. It'll absolutely blow your mind. Let's see. Random?
Yeah, Lisa Chase Wolf. Kind of a coffee table.
It could be.
You know,
I mean, I
scrapbook.
actually read that book laying in bed like a novel because, you know, studio is my life, you know, being in the studio every single day. And also kind of wondering about the thing that's interesting about being in the studio. And if you start working with pros, yeah, you'll go in there and you'll see how people maybe mic something up or how they mix something. But the biggest thing that you can learn is the work flow and the process, the creative process. Like, how do they work? Are they working 8 hours with a stop or 2 hours with a break or whatever? And kind of the mindset thing. To me, that's the biggest thing sometimes, more so than like, what was the EQ? Whatever, man. Kind of in a way, at a certain point, that stuff doesn't matter as much as your workflow, your creative process, who you allow in the studio, things like that, you know? Let's see, there was a question, random question.
Isn't it uncomfortable working in a studio DAW when the monitor is so far away behind the analog mixer? Do you think the analog mixer eventually will disappear from studios?
I added this mixer in here. That's Wooks 2K. So I have a mixer in here. And do we have a shot? How about that left one? Yeah, okay. So this is a Soundcraft Ghost 24-channel board. I do not mix on this. I use it for my sessions. It's a way to have more monitoring during recording bands, you know, some extra mic pre's for the live stream. You know, if I'm working with multiple people in here, they got DAWs, I can kind of it's just easier to do. But, you know, yeah, but I worked for years here in this studio, this is my home studio, without a mixer. And I actually have a video about getting this board and putting it in here called, Was It All Worth It? Or Was It a Waste of Time? And I questioned myself as I was putting it in here, and I'm really glad that I did. I like it because of my workflow. As far as it being uncomfortable, it's not uncomfortable, although my eyesight's terrible. I had to get glasses. I had glasses because my eyesight's all over the place. I have glasses that are set for like the distance of my lower screen. I had to go back to that shot again. I have my glasses are set for focusing on that screen, but that one's a little bit out. So I like,
which is part of why he has trouble reading chat.
Yeah, because it's just about another 6 inches away, 7 inches away, and it's like, so I gotta get another pair of glasses. So yeah, that's kind of a pain in the butt. But you know, it's just how I like to work. Let's see.
Yeah, y'all check out that Was It All Worth It or Am I Wasting My Time if you haven't seen it before. I have to say, I just love how Billy edited that video. It's a really good one.
Jay Diddy says, I hope not to sidetrack anyone. I love all the books showcased. Are there any good books, textbooks for learning as a beginner? I see people online recommending modern recording techniques. Actually, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what would be a good book for recording. And here's the other thing, too. It's like everybody records differently. So, like, if you're trying to do, you know, traditional, like, I'm going to record rock bands and I want to do a 3-mic, you know, miking drums and amps, as opposed to, like, if you're doing, like, R&B or rap, I think those are very, very, very different things. There's, you know, obviously doing vocals and some of the philosophy is going to be the same, but I don't know. I just can't. If anybody on here has got a good one they know, please put it up. I couldn't tell you. Do I consider DAW controllers useful? I've tried a couple. Probably the one I worked on the most would be in Nashville at Compass Studios, working with the String Dusters, and it was just the standard, you know, Digidesign Control 24. It's all right. But I never used the knobs for the plugins. I just used my mouse. And I've thought about getting one of those touch screen things that like Slate puts out. I'd mess around with one, but whatever. What about Supertramp? Wait, what? Did somebody say something about Supertramp? Hold on. I'm trying to.
No. That was in response to something said.
Yeah, but somebody said Supertramp. I mean, just like, what? Supertramp? Hello?
Elaborate.
Why?
Nap,
What? I was actually the thing about the Led Zeppelin movie, and I do say it in the video, and I'll put it out. They moved really quickly, but the thing I thought was interesting is that once they had their first rehearsal and they all looked at each other and was like, oh my God, this is really good. They all got together in a house and just for days sat there going over these songs, and then they moved quickly after that. From what I read, Supertramp did a similar thing, though they all moved into a house together and I think were there for like a year, kind of digging into their songs in the band. And that's something I always wanted to do. I think that's what bands mostly don't do. It's like, oh, we'll rehearse on Mondays. I was always trying to rehearse every day. I could never get people to rehearse more than 3 times a week. But I feel that if you're going to be a band and you think you're clicking with people, it's kind of like dating. Like you meet somebody, you're not going to wait a few weeks. Like, oh, let's go. Like, hey, can we go out on tomorrow night? Like jump right into it, And I feel like it's got to be the same with a band. And the thing with Led Zeppelin that blew me away from the movie was how quickly they all just said, yep, let's just do it. Let's just go. Like they went to this house and rehearsed, a couple weeks every day or something like that. And then they did a short tour. And then they went in the studio. It was just like, wow, just jumped in completely. Lisa's talking about the Rick Rubin book, The Creative Act, A Way of Being. I've had a couple people say that maybe I should write a book about not just studio stuff, but my creative workflow. That would be kind of hard because it's hard to describe something I've done my whole life without really thinking about how I do it.
You're writing your book piecemeal in videos and live streams.
Make sure she's on. What'd you say?
Oh, I just said that you're writing your book piecemeal in videos and live streams.
Oh, I guess so. Yeah. I mean, I got the stuff there. I'll get around to it one of these days. No, Nap J, I don't know anything about Supertramp. Just that the fact that they got together for like a year in this house and rehearsed. A band is a wild concept in 2025. Gat says, yeah, but you know what? I did a video, and I don't know how many people know about this video. It's like probably my biggest video or second biggest video, called "The Real Reason Why Today's Music All Sounds the Same." And I kind of got slammed for it. I obviously was talking about pop music, but I guess it came off like I'm thinking like all music is that way. It's not what I meant. So a bunch of people like commented and mentioned all these bands. So I was like, okay. So I start looking at these other bands, and there is actually a lot of bands out there, and there are really good bands. You just got to search for them a little bit more. I feel, actually, to be honest with you, like bands are kind of making more of a comeback than they were 10 years ago, because I think that people want real music. It's interesting. It's like I just think people are kind of becoming interested in it again, which I think is cool. I don't think it's ever going to be like it was in the 70s, but yeah. Oh, hey, Stefan in Germany. How you doing? I just did a Zoom meeting with one of the winners of the sample song contest, Jan Reiter, and he lives in Berlin. So we did that like 2 days ago, and that was really awesome. If anybody on here that was part of the sample song contest, you'll remember that Jan's song was Mein Freund, and it was amazing. It was, how would you describe that? Bluesy or jazzy or? It was like very organic sounding and all that.
Very organic is good.
So he sent me an email because he wanted to talk about his other band. So I'm thinking it's going to be like that. And then
hi, Jan.
Oh, there he is. So I was like, hey, Jan, I hope you don't mind. I'm talking about you. So Jan sends me ahead of time, like, hey, listen to these songs we can talk about. So I think it's going to be like the song that was in the contest. And I had to go up and ask Kit 3 times, like, are you sure this is the right email? It was like heavy metal, like really good and like really heavy. I'm like, what is going on? So anyway, we did that. That was really awesome. It's really cool to like, meet people and see the people that are on this chat and on the streams and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, and I've got a bunch more to do. And we need to mail out the CDs today.
Well, I know I realized I don't have enough mailers, so I got to go buy some mailers to stuff them.
Yeah, we got to mail out the CDs for the contest winners. So
yeah, Ray Gun Radio Star mentions I always wanted a band, but they always fell apart. And you were just talking about that.
God, I mean, I was lucky to keep a band together. A couple times I could keep a band together for like a year. I mean, there are people that like Jimmy B from Tokyo Teens, who you've seen on the stream, and he's got the band Tokyo Teens. He was in several of my bands. He was one of the few people that just kept showing up. And my ex Queenie was in some of the bands, but I was in a constant state of auditioning. I was constantly auditioning for a drummer or a bassist or another guitarist. Very hard to keep.
Thank you, Diego.
Thanks so much for the tip.
Diego.
I sampled a YouTube video and a song. Is it ethical to share without permission from the influencer? I reached out to him to ask, but never heard back. Now, you should not do that if it's not me. No, I'm only kidding. I think that, because like in my YouTube videos, I think it's Creative Commons, so people can use my stuff and remix it. They don't necessarily have to ask permission the way I do it. But it's nice to. I think you probably should, just to be cool about it. I would say, yeah, just go ahead and, ask. Most people are going to say yes. If they say no, then maybe you don't want to do it. But yeah, I just ask, just to be polite. Yes, singer-songwriters. I did the singer-songwriter thing for years. It's also easier to make money doing that because you don't have a band to deal with. It's like, yes, Gaz, you can totally sample me. Yeah. Now, please don't sample any of my songs like the one I'm working on today, my original stuff. But unless you check with me, I kind of want to wait till some of them come out. Certainly if it's me talking or me dancing. Oh, did we play the dancing video?
You did, last live stream.
Because I was dancing on a stream, and then ABDI cut it up, made a little short thing of me dancing. That was totally fine if I'm dancing. Let's see.
Tribble says hi.
Who?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, hi, everybody. I guess I'll go ahead. I'm going to work. What?
Oh, I'm just laughing. Casey said you can sample his flip-flops.
My flip-flop? Do I have flip-flops? We're going to do more sampling, trust me. There'll be more. I've got other ideas. I've got other ideas. Oh, and for any of you who want the Fly on the Wall live stream where I had John Clark and some musicians in here for like 8.5 hours a couple weeks ago, John has announced that he's going to be in my other videos. He just told me. So I guess I have to have him back over. He's like, you need me in your videos. I'm like, all right, here we go. So that'll happen at some point. I guess I'll go ahead and just work on this one little guitar part, and then we'll come back to talking.
A whole dancing stream? Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if I'm that good of a dancer. Boy, I'll tell you what, if we could get Tap down here.
Tap can dance.
Tap, even when he doesn't. I wish I could get.
He would be too embarrassed to do it, but
I
he
wish I could
dances
get
very
Tap
well.
on the live streams because he's got.
Thank you for the follow, Rachie124.
Oh, thanks so much. Let me grab my headphones here. And like I said, I'm not going to play the vocals on this song because I did them in the 90s and they're absolutely terrible. I got to redo them. You're going to hear more of this song because there's a way to go. I've got a bit of work to do on this thing, and I'm only going to do a couple today, but I figured I'd go ahead and at least get this one ready. Get these parts down because I know I got to do these. And it's going to take a while because, like I said, this thing is like totally... Oh, you know what? I was going to put a... Hold on. I'm going to put a delay on here. This one is totally... I don't know what I'm saying. I can't talk and do things at the same time, man.
Actually, you can mix and talk at the same time. You just have to imagine you're talking to yourself, not to anybody else.
I can talk to myself easily, but it's talking to other people. I talk to myself all the time. But
you are other people. Just do that.
Yeah, I was gonna prep this ahead of time more. Oh wait, where was that? I'll use that. And then I'm gonna do this. I think I want a little delay on here. I'll just start with this. Where is it?
Yeah, me too. Tapper 1969. Billy, they're saying they love your single Entropy.
Oh, thanks so much. I'm gonna have more music coming out. I just got to sit down at some point and deal with the whole distribution thing. I got to get on the phone with.
Yeah, we still haven't really dealt with TuneCore.
Oh God!
For those of you that
freaking nightmare.
Know,
man.
a little bit about
God.
that. I'm gonna find the link to Entropy, y'all, but carry on.
Yeah, it's on my channel.
Yeah, I know where to find it.
Now I'm not 100% sure on this guitar tone. I literally just threw this thing up. I'm using the Big Muff. And I need to put toms, like live toms, on this thing as well, but I wasn't able to get it ready for the stream because, well, I'm just trying to do too many damn things. Okay, I'm going to mess around with something here. Let me just see if this sounds any good. Let me see. Where does this part come in? Is it here? Maybe I'll bring some of the vocals in. Hold on. There's some I might play. Hold on. Some of them are terrible. Don't expect compassion. Yeah, I don't like that part. I hate the way I sang back then. What's this? I'll put those vocals in there. Those are fine. But yeah, I'll go with those. I gotta redo those other ones. They're just freaking awful. Okay, here we go. I think I know what I want to play. Oh, hold on. Let me put Quick Punch on. Here we go. Let me work on the mix just a second here, because I was working on this last night. I want to bring up these. Okay, I like that. Here we go. Oh, by the way, check that left shot, because I set up that left shot there for like the guitar, and it, yeah. And then when we get onto the hammer dulcimer, we can use that too. All right, here we go. I just go back and forth between those. Tuning. Ooh. Oh yeah. Oh, and let me know if the mix is how the music sounds, like if the volume is all right. Maybe a little more of that treble back in. Okay, here we go. Oh, wait. What do I go? All right. That's what I should do. something like that. Let me listen to that. I've never really listened to this part before. Yeah, I'm going to do another contest for sure. I just got to recover. This song, by the way, is called, it's either called Forgive or The Predator. And it's a song about predatory behavior. Some heavy stuff.
Lisa was asking, is that one of those 90s or later Dan Electro reissues?
It's the 90s.
I'm trying to remember. We bought it either in the 90s or the early 2000s.
Yeah, for like $250 or something like that.
It was not very expensive.
I think it was late 90s. I'm going to play that guitar part a little differently. And that part there, I know this is going to sound weird. That's where the Predator speaks. It's like I was really like, this is during the time that I worked on that song Evidence of Illusion, which I played on a stream and we worked on a little bit. It's some like really heavy psychological stuff.
Spy Guys, some people use my voice in their sample contest stuff, but it was usually me laughing.
Yeah, that one laugh of yours. You go,
I know,
you go, ha ha! It showed up in so many songs.
It did.
Yeah. This right now, Nikki, I'm using 222 milliseconds. It's just like an eighth note. It's just, I'll probably tweak it out. I usually, Nikki, just so you know, like a lot of times with delays on things, like if I pick an eighth note or a quarter note or whatever, I usually make it slightly later by like 5 milliseconds. I just feel like kind of want it to be a little later than the beat. I don't want it too on. I don't know. I just like that sound. I'm going to get the first chorus again. I'm rushing. I missed the note. Yeah, I want to get the diddly-da-dut thing. Why are my regions coming up gray? Hold on, this is driving me nuts. I cannot look at a gray region. Hold on, it's display. Oh, here we go. I guess it's that maybe. I don't like a gray region. That's not cool. Okay, let me just punch in this part here. I don't know. I just kind of sucked that time. Here we go. which is not unusual. Whoops, I'm not in Ableton. I'm not in Ableton. I'm in Pro Tools. There we go. And then, oh my God, just totally getting everything wrong here. Hold on. Oh my God, click on the freaking, oh, wait a sec. Because this is not actually on grid because of the way I came in from SMPTE. Long story. All right, here we go. Let me get this. All right, and then we get the third one, and then I go. I'm gonna go here. I want to get that. I get that hammer more noticeable. I know it sounds, it probably seems like, what is he doing? That you're just not hearing all the parts. And it's going to be, I'm going to add on this hammered also here in a little bit. It's going to be, this song's going to be kind of ridiculous. Let me listen to that real quick. God, I keep thinking I'm in Ableton. I'm getting all my shortcuts wrong. I'm trying to get a couple of these. I don't know. It's like I'm not used to playing the 12 string, so that trying to get that little thing in there. Here we go. Let's get that. That was good. And then actually I could have gone to like there probably. What that's how I should do that. I'm just rushing. Come on. There we go. First chorus. First off, that just most of that is rushed, but like once I get halfway through, it's kind of cool. The first half sucks. You know what? Here we go. Yes, I do. Ryan Post. There we go. Yeah, I think I'm doing something. I think I was just a little more laid back on. I just like that. That just kind of drags. Like I want to get the first part more like that. It's like sometimes it's like if you're trying too hard, it just sounds stiff. I just kind of like not care. No, I think the new take's better because I went It's just this That's where I need to go. I'm going to cheat, though. I'm going to punch it in. It'll sound like I did it. It'll sound like I did it. It would have been good if I hadn't rushed. Maybe I should practice more. There we go. Now fuck it. I think the other take here. Hold on. I know which one was good. I just need to nudge a note. Come on. Just go on. Dun, dun. It was that one. I'm just going to take this. I'm just going to go like this. I'm going to nudge it. Okay? Y'all see it? Look. I'm not afraid to nudge a note. I just nudged the notes. Fine. Why? Because I'm not a great guitar player. There, I just did it. I'm admitting it. I'm living it up. I'm living up to it. Oh, that's just fun. Let's check the first one and then we'll move on. I like the last two. There's something weird I did there that's kind of cool. I went. Okay, I see why I'm accenting that. Okay, I'm gonna just punch in the first how many ever, and then I'll answer some questions. Let me check the tuning. Close enough. Ah. I do want to get that thing there. And if anybody's noticing, like looking at the screen, this is not on grid because, like I said, I had to transfer this off of an analog reel to reel, and we'd synced it up with ADAT machines and SMPTE and all that. So the song actually shifts around on the grid on the screen. So just kind of ignore that. It was just something, you know, I recorded this in like 99 or something like that. All right, so I think that's all good. And then we're going to move over here to the hammer dulcimer in a second. Let me turn that down because it's going to be really far behind, like, quiet part in the background. Are there any questions I need to get to before I move over to the hammer dulcimer?
You know what? My YouTube just died.
So
I have no idea.
What do you mean?
Yeah, it crashes and then I have to reopen all of it.
Does that happen often?
These days it's been happening almost every stream.
Have you tried yelling at the computer?
That's your technique.
I'll yell at it for you. Thanks, Raygun.
We got a little ASMR there, Billy.
Oh, sorry. I hate to eat in front of y'all. I'm working all the time. And usually I'm getting ready for the stream and I forget to eat. So I'll try to... Well, it's funny, like, my kids always tell me I chew too loud. I guess it's true. Do I chew loud? Tell me, do I chew loud? Hold on. I want to back off the mic. Y'all tell me if I'm chewing loud.
Now you're thinking about it. It is kind of loud.
Damn! It's true. It's just not my kids.
Nikki, I don't know what you mean. Can you make it Buell? Take a look, Billy. On the bass track.
What? What's he saying?
Nikki said, on bass track, can you make it Buell?
I certainly can.
Oh, there you go.
I can make it Buell. I have no idea what that means, but...
Oh, okay. I was like, oh, what do you know that I don't know?
I'll find a way to make it Buell. Now, give me a couple mushrooms, and I'll totally make that thing Buell. Hold on. There might be a couple vocals I can bring.
Ew, Gabe.
Hold on.
Dude.
I feel like it got louder.
Yeah.
Really? Oh, my hand.
You put your hands over your mouth, it got louder.
For real. I think you're like cupping. I don't know. Blue. Oh, Nikki.
Okay, so hold on. On the next sample song contest, I will chew. Just saying. I'm going to chew. It has a high signal to noise ratio.
Hey, Nikki, Billy has distinct preferences on what color his tracks are. We're not taking suggestions. Thank you.
I don't know. Hold on. Let's take a look. Oh, my bass. Well, it's green. Why, you don't like it green? Okay, let's make it blue. Well, I can make what's a frozen track. I can only make the track blue. I can't make the files blue without unfreezing it. Because I'm running like some of those Universal Audio plugins, and it's like the latency's crazy. So I got the track. I agree, bass should not be green, but blue. I hope that helps. Okay, hold on. I might bring in. There's a couple vocals on here. I got some Bone Crusher stuff. Is this Bone here?
The instinct to prey upon the weak, the predator hunts and kills. Wordless, thoughtless, perfect.
Yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff in here. I've also got, it's like this speech. Oh, I also got this. Hold on. Is this one? Is this, hold on, that's the vocoder track. I've got it. I got that turned off. Am I using that? Yeah, this is like, you know. Yeah, I got to come back to all that. And I might have, if I can get Bone to do it, I might get him to redo it. Because when I played this for him during that video where I talk about this song, he was like, what were we doing? This was way back.
Yeah, he did not look like he quite knew what to make of it.
I was like, don't you remember this, Bone? He's like, no. It was a long time ago. and I want to do something to those. I forgot about those. I like those.
You know when you hoot and holler, they can't hear you.
I know.
Okay.
I know. I got it. Oh yeah, I'm using that. I'm using the Mutomatic. I'm using the Mutomatic plugin, so when it plays or
Mutomatic.
records, it turns off. Although we don't really need it right now because we're all on headphones. I guess I could turn that off. Actually, I am going to turn those off. Hold on. That is Kit. Where's my Mutomatic at? Yeah, I set it up, and then it was like, oh, I don't need it because we're all using headphones. And then I completely changed everything. So, but hold on. I'm doing this on these Whoa tracks. Like this is from, the old session. But I want to change a couple things because I want to add on some compressor. Here we go. Oh, not that. No, I don't want that compressor. I want this. There we go. I think I got this set up so that it follows the... I thought I set this up to... Hold on. The O's. I thought I set it up to mirror my plugins. Why isn't it doing it? Attributes. Oh, that's globals. Whoops. No. I got to do it here. Okay, here we go. Okay, I don't want to... Not pan. Okay, hold on. Sorry, folks. I don't know who's engineering this session. I'm getting there. I will come back to some questions in a second. Hold on a sec. Let me just do this real quick. I'm going to do that. Okay. Yeah, because I like that part. Where is it? Okay, let's go to here. And then here it goes.
The soldiers came. Did they come?
There's some crazy stuff on here with Bone. I got to edit that stuff because it's not done. It's just some crazy stuff. Hold on, and then I might. Okay, no, I don't want to have that in there. I got to re-sing a bunch of these parts. They're just freaking terrible. But what's this right here? No, that sounds terrible. I just sang this in a really weird tone. I'll keep the O's. All right, so let me go back. Let me just check something here. All right, cool. I think that's good for now. So, let's see. Any questions before I move on?
Thompson asked, which idea sparked this track? Do you remember that long ago? Like, which tracks did you lay?
I don't remember last week. No.
Which tracks did you lay down first and such?
It was probably a mandolin part because I was playing mostly mandolin back then, and then the mandolin ended up being a small part of it, and acoustic guitar because I've got these weird chords in here, and so the song is like, I was thinking about like what the song is about is like predatory behavior. So like if you're watching like a nature show or something like that, and you're like, oh, you see this lion and he chases a gazelle or whatever across the Serengeti and he kills it. You're like, hey, and he chases his prey and he gets it, and we don't make a moral judgment about it, But humanity, we do. Not that I'm condoning, murder or anything like that, but it's the idea of a predator. And I'm still kind of working out some of the ideas because I didn't like the original lyrics, but it's about what is to forgive. Like, would you think about forgiving an animal predator? That's what it does. But humans, they murder, and there's predators out there for sure. And is it something to forgive? Because how can you forgive somebody that doesn't seek forgiveness? And how can you forgive somebody who's just doing what's natural for them? Because I think some people are just evil. I just think that some people are just, they literally think everybody else is like them. They think it's normal to like take advantage of people or screw them over, lie to them, or kill them. And I know that sounds really heavy, but it's kind of like, so it's like the song asks the question, like, what is to forgive? What's the point? Would you forgive the lion? Would you forgive the boa constrictor who you're watching on TV kill some other animal? You don't think, oh, I should forgive him. Like he's just the animal's doing what's natural. Some humans are doing the same thing. And, whether or not you forgive them, I mean, it's probably just best to avoid them and watch out for them. Anyway, that's kind of what the song's about. So I came up with these acoustic parts, and it's been so long, I don't really know what I played here, but it's like... And it's one of those things like, I'm going to have to learn how to play this guitar part because I want to go do some gigs and stuff. So I've got to sit down. I've just last night finally got this thing all pieced back together from the analog machine and the ADAT. So it's like, I know enough to play. I'm not in the verse though, because I don't know what those chords are. So I got to figure them out. What is my accent from? Mr. De La Casas? I don't have an accent. I have a speech impediment. And I had a really bad one as a kid. I just talked really goofy, and I've never been able to get rid of it. So I did live all over. I lived in Germany. I was born in Germany. I lived in Puerto Rico, moved around the States, but mostly I just talk weird. I just say things really weird, and it's literally, I think, the holdover of speech impediment as a kid. And it's just something I've never really been able to get rid of. Everybody's always thought I have an accent. It's just, I just talk goofy. That's it. So,
Nikki would like you to show the delay VST for him to take a screenshot.
Oh.
Are we to?
It's nothing special. Hold on, Nikki. Where is it? It's just this one. Nikki, are you using Pro Tools? So this is in Pro Tools. This is just their built-in tape delay, which actually is really good. To me, this is one of the best tape delay sounding plugins I've used. I like Echo Boy, but this is just very simple and easy to use. And I think it sounds really good. And it's got like these controls here, like the wow and flutter. So what that is, with tape machines, they are never completely accurate. So they do that. It's kind of set low, but if you turn that up, it gives it a cool warble. But that's it. Here, go ahead and get a screenshot. I got it zoomed in pretty good here. Did you get your screenshot, Nikki? Yeah. Cool, Nikki. Yeah, there you go. But it's just, I just literally set it at the 8th note setting. Sometimes I crank up the record level a little bit, but the thing about this plugin, I just turn, and you'll see that the mix is 100%, Nikki. That's because I've got it coming in on an auxiliary return. It's not on the guitar track. I've got the guitar track. The guitar track is sending to an auxiliary return. The delay is on the auxiliary return at 100%, so I'm bleeding it in like on another track. That's why it's like that. If I had it on the track with the guitar, that mix would probably be like at 3 or 4. And just since you're here, Nikki, I'm going to show you something else. This plugin, I don't know if we've talked about this on the live stream, but this one here. So this is the Pro Tools Lo-Fi plugin. I use this all the time just to kind of thicken things up, and it almost to me sounds like saturating tape. But let me show you what I do. Throw this on a guitar or even a vocal as the last thing in your chain, and here's what you got to do. Let me show you. See this knob? Whoops. See this knob right here, the distortion knob? Turn it to there. That's it. 0.5. Look, I'm barely moving it. Sometimes it's on 0.3. That's all you got to do. Just throw that on maybe some vocals. If you want the vocals to kind of have a little more like you're driving something, I'll throw it on guitar sometimes. It's one of my favorite plugins, and that's it. Don't touch anything else. Just add a teeny bit of that there. 0.5. That's one of my little secrets there. It's a great plugin. It's just their built-in thing there.
Apart from the overheads and the close mics like snare and kick, etc., do you use other room mics when recording drums?
Oh, yes. Kit, put up the link to, I did a live stream 2 Wednesdays ago, and I had Dave Anthony come in here, and I've got a big living room upstairs with really high ceilings, and we spent a whole day just going through all the microphones, and I think it's called How to Record Live or so. Hold on, let me pull it up.
How to Record Drums Live.
Oh, hold on, let me find the thumbnail. I actually want to redo this thumbnail because I think I could do a better one now, but it's this one right here. Recording drums, how to record drums live. So it's that thumbnail. It's almost 6 hours long. And I go over some room mic stuff in there. But yes, I use room mics. Room mics are very important, and I've got a couple different techniques. I didn't go too crazy on that stream because we were trying to go over just the basic setups. I could literally do a 5-hour stream just about room mics. So, with me, a lot of times you can put room mics up and point them at the drums from away from the drums. In that one, I was actually pointing the room mics away from the drums up at my cathedral ceiling. Sometimes I'll have a room mic that's straight overhead of the drums, like way up in the air, and I'll distort it. And there's a bunch of techniques. But yeah, I just feel like even in a small room, a room mic can be really helpful.
What is your view on the Stephen Slate Audio VSX headphone system? I'm eyeing them as I have space in my home, but not yet the possibility to place a setup with acoustic treatments and everything.
I mean, I don't know. I've never tried them. I don't know anything about them. I've seen some of those headphones. I just, I don't really mix with headphones. Sarah, God, I can't read that. Soren 5-hour video about room mics. When? Well, I don't know, man. The whole reason I did the miking of the drum things is because of Nikki, because Nikki just kept asking. It's like, geez, Nikki, God. So there you go, Nikki. Don't ask for anything ever again. No, I'm kidding. I mean, I'll get around to it. There's going to be more. I'm also, and I mentioned this last week, and I just think I need to pick a day. I think I'm going to start doing nighttime live streams just for the West Coast. Casey, you don't have to work on those because you'll be sleeping. But yeah, I'll figure something else out. And, Kit will be there with me. But there'll be more live streams. There's a lot more to come, folks. I'm glad people are coming on the channel, coming on the live streams and all that. You have no idea what's coming up. I mean, as long as, meteor doesn't hit Earth, the plans I have, you have no
so to speak
idea.
Ben Tyreman, I'll just throw in, he asked, would you say Pro Tools is essential if you run a pro studio? I mean, Billy uses Ableton almost as much, at least as much as Pro Tools now.
I mean, so it's like if you're recording a lot of bands and you got clients in and out and all that, yeah, you should probably use Pro Tools because it's just kind of industry standard. I like it if I'm working with bands or live drums. It's kind of better for that. But I love, Pro Tools is cool. I love working in Ableton. Ableton is fun. And that's where I'm doing most of the stuff where I'm programming and, more software instruments and programming drums and all that. But I love that. But if you're just kind of working on your own thing, I mean, I know people who do professional stuff and they're using Reaper, which I've never really, I kind of tried one time and I was like, I just didn't have the time. But Reaper is, were you going to say something? I thought I heard something.
No, I didn't say.
You don't have anything to say?
No.
Okay. Let's see. Thanks, Soren.
I actually, well, let's see. I lost
God,
one.
guys, why did you say anything about coffee? Jesus, now I'm thinking about it.
Oh, my goodness. I actually saved a few questions we couldn't get to from an earlier stream, and I thought actually, somebody asked, I learned so much from the How to Record Drums live video. Do you have a plan on making a similar in-depth video on recording guitars and amps?
I mean, yeah, and to be honest with you, some of those are going to end up being courses that I'll probably put up on the Patreon. The issue for me, and I'll be honest with you, it's like I'm growing the YouTube channel so that I can make a living doing it because I love doing this. I mean, I still do sessions and all that, but I've been doing that for decades. I love doing this, and it's also part of a bigger plan, but I got to make money. And I've put up a lot of, tutorial videos. They're not going to get the kind of views I need, and so like the videos that actually have done really good numbers-wise that have actually brought me some money so I can pay my bills is like, why does music all sound the same? Which I actually really cared about, and I have a strong opinion on it. The video, the real reason why analog is better and it's not about the sound, I thought that was really important. Those kind of things tend to do a lot better. The video I did about how we all hear differently, not as massive views, but God, the interaction. But if I put up a video, I've got some cool videos about miking acoustic guitars and basses, and there's a lot of work, and I've got thousands of views on them, but they're not, unfortunately, the kind of thing that makes me money. And to be honest with you, I hate doing those videos. I detest doing instructional videos because they're hard to do. And me being me, I can't do a crappy job on anything. I guess I could just make a video and go over it, but God,
they're freaking master classes.
Oh my God, you don't understand. Like if you were around me more, you'd go, oh, poor dude. I can't just do a video. If I'm going to do it, it has to be a certain way. And technically they're hard, but also the hard thing for me is trying to explain something that I've done all my life for decades, but I never took classes. I've never seen anybody mix a song, not completely. I lucked out a couple times, got to see a couple things, but it's not like I ever went to class. I never worked at a studio. I figured this all out on my own. So for me to try to figure out how to explain these things, it's like, how do you walk? Like literally, like, okay, how do you walk? Well, I put one foot in front of the other. Yeah, but which muscle moves first? I don't know. I have to stop and go back. And I thought it would be easy, but those are the hardest videos to make. So I think some of them will be courses and some of them will probably be on my Patreon above a certain tier because it's just, I'm not trying to sound like a baby about it. It's just, I actually started making a course on mixing live drums and I spent weeks on it. And I'm only up to the toms. I've gotten kick, snare, and toms, and I've been weeks on it. And it's like, oh my God.
It's so time consuming.
Because if I do it, I'm going to do it right. Or I'm not going to do it all. And that's the problem. Because if I can't do it right, then I'm not. Oh, if you guys were just around me, you'd probably feel bad. By the way, white noise. Yeah, you said UBK. Yeah, that compressor. This one here. This is what I was using on acoustics. I use this on acoustic guitars, and I use it on my instrument. The way I mix, I have like an instrument master and a vocal master, and then there's another master everybody goes through. This is on my instrument master and my vocal master, and I've got it on something that's kind of emulating an SSL. I barely hit it, but it's magic. On acoustic guitar, I smash this thing, man. I love smashing this thing. This is a great compressor for just... I haven't really liked it on vocals so much. But yeah, I just wanted to call that out because you mentioned it. And I was like, man, it's one of my favorite compressors. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm not keeping up with questions as usually as good as I normally do. Thanks. Yeah, Soul Machine saying that they feel like they're learning a lot when you're working on your songs.
Oh, cool. I'm going to get back to it in a minute. Let's see. It was Honan the Librarian. And so you're saying about working in Logic, and I don't like working in Logic. I don't like the routing and all that, but the plugins are fucking amazing. So you say the compressors, and I don't know if you've heard me say this before. If you're in Logic, and I don't think I have it on this computer. There's a plugin called we've talked to. Is it Silver? Oh no, what is that plugin?
It's silver something. I can't
Is it Silver Compressor?
Something like that.
You're not going to find it by just going to the compressor folder. Like if you're pulling up plugins, I think you hold down. It's a legacy plugin, and it's there, but you got to like work to find it. So I think if you hold down Option and then go to your plugins, it'll say Legacy, and go. I think it's Silver Compressor, and it's got like 2 knobs on it. It's literally the best Logic compressor. It's one of the best compressors I've ever used as a plugin, and I just crank up the ratio on it, and then I go. That's all I'm gonna say. That is literally the best. So you gotta like, but it's a legacy. So I think it's like if you're on Windows, I don't know if it's Option, but you're holding down another button, and when you see Legacy, go to Legacy plugins, boom, find the compressor. It's the Silver Compressor. I'm pretty sure. Use that. Just try it out. You'll love it. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to move over here. I got to check the tuning on something here.
While Billy's doing that, quick reminder, everybody over on
Hey,
YouTube.
why don't you come? Let's switch.
Everybody over on YouTube, y'all hit that like button. You know, boost the live stream a bit.
Oh, my God. Hold on. I'm stuck.
What are you? Hit that like button. Make sure you guys watch the new video where Billy reviewed the recent Led Zeppelin movie. And y'all go check out the movie. We really enjoyed it. We hadn't been to a theater in ages. Not sure since how long. I think maybe since the Queen movie with Bohemian Rhapsody. But we really enjoyed it. Check out the movie if you get a chance. Watch Billy's video. He doesn't give away spoilers, so it's fine to watch it before you see the movie. Don't forget to share Billy's videos, like the channel, hit the notification button, like the videos and the live streams. Y'all over on Twitch, thank you so much for following. Make sure you've got notifications for the channel. And everybody, you know, when you can subscribe, when you can do paid comments and all that kind of stuff, anything to boost, you know, we appreciate it. Y'all rock.
I'll go ahead and arm... and we do want to go ahead and turn on the Mutomatic plugins there.
Yeah.
Harper up on the right. Go ahead and get those. Go ahead and unmute those.
There we go.
Yeah. Yeah. And then let me this. Oh, you got the. Oh, go ahead and show them what I'm working on here so they can see
Yeah.
it. Okay. So Harper, you're gonna have to work extra hard now. You gotta engineer and run the cameras.
Cool,
and
I
now
have to
you'll
do
know
my
how
best.
hard it was for me when you weren't here. Hold on. And just so everybody knows, I'm not a hammered dulcimer player. I'm a hammered dulcimer owner. There's a big difference. I own a hammered dulcimer. Oh, how does it look on that left camera over there? That's kind of cool. Yeah, I was trying to sit so we could see all three of us. Lean back just a little bit. Okay, there we go. There's all three of us. Everybody wave. Hey! Kiss, you got to get your hand higher in the air. Kiss. Okay, everybody again.
There I am.
am. Okay. Now, if you want to see somebody who knows how to play the hammered dulcimer really great, go see Lady Victoria. Is it Lady Victoria?
I think that's right.
On Instagram.
I'll
She
see if
plays
I
a
can
lot of
find her.
Renaissance festivals and stuff like that. She is so good. She'll be playing these complex parts, and she'll be looking at the camera. Or she's at a Renaissance festival. She's playing this stuff. She's like, "Hey!" I'm like, "What?" I have to literally, because of the way this thing is made with all these strings, it creates this optical illusion where it looks like it's. So actually, on the notes I got to play on this song, I have little pieces of tape on here. So let's take it at. Am I armed here?
You're about to be.
Oh, there we go.
All right.
So this is going to be on, yeah, we're on those tracks there, those brown ones. So let's start right before the chorus. You see where it says, well, it says, okay. I know it says C and C. It's the second C. Oh,
This one.
it's the
this
bigger
one right
C,
here?
yeah. So we're down here on these tracks down there.
Okay.
And zoom in a little bit, because remember, I'm going to have to punch in that middle part. I'm not going to be able to get,
What is it? Is it?
It's
control?
option.
Option. Okay.
yeah, it's not Ableton. So now, and then
And-
shift scroll
Shift. Gotcha.
to get to the right.
That's right.
And so we're going to be there. So just click me a little bit before the downbeat. No, not that
Other
button.
one.
That's, yeah. Oh, yeah, by the way, I got to switch it because this is like, if you hit that, it zooms in the screen.
Oh, okay.
That's what it's doing. So click on that and zoom out, and otherwise you won't be able to get to the, it's just like, it's not, it's like a system-wide zoom.
Gotcha.
Oh, shit, it's up. Okay, you guys are going to hear some bad notes here. All right, let's do this thing. Come on.
How much pre-roll you want?
I think it. Oh, go ahead and so set it to it's an Apple K, and I think it's set to 2 bars, and I think that's cool. Where's the? Oh, that's cool. That's cool right there. Hold on, let me turn up this light here just a little bit. I figure if I'm gonna hit some bad notes, I'm gonna do my bad notes with better lighting. Here we go.
Okay.
You have several people here very happy about the information on the legacy plugins.
Oh, good. You guys are gonna love that one. I don't like this darkness here. It's like dark on this side. It's bugging me. All right. Anyway, let's go.
Alrighty. Oh, it's not R to record, is it? It's the
No. Oh, what was the thing somebody showed us?
3. It was 3. Justin said it was 3. That's a lot easier. Okay.
Here we go. I got the first one.
You want to punch
Why
it?
is the
don't know.
region gray? That pisses me off.
You just don't like gray, do you?
All right, let's just punch in the second one. Now, punch me in right there where I hit the note. Yeah, punch me right there. A little before it. Here we go. Got the first one. Yeah, and let's go back. Get rid of where I'm talking there. Let's go back to. I meant to hit the beginning things like the dun dun. So let's get those
Oh,
right at
like
the beginning.
before the chorus?
No, right on the downbeat of the chorus. I forgot to get
Okay.
that, and then we're gonna end up punching in same part right here. And remember, it's not on grid, so you're gonna have to zoom in and
that's
see
right.
where the down. Oh, you know what? Hey, let's do this. Here, let me see the mouse. This will help because this thing's not on grid. I've been using this kick track just so I can see where the downbeats are, just for like stuff like this. So just use the click or this kick. That's what I've been using, so you know, to do it. So let's go ahead and let me get this bum bum, and then let it ring out. Punch out before we get to that part, and then let's get the one in the middle.
Okay.
Oh wait, is this the right chord? Hold on, I want to make sure I hit the right notes because it's like D is a. Yeah. Oh, that's not right. Oh, it is. Oh. That's a G. So it's like a... So if I want to do a D... Oh, I gotta go. What else? So my tuning's not right on this. I'll just do them as single notes. I'll figure out the harmonies later. Because I want to work on this later tonight. But I can at least get the main notes here. Here we go. I do like the harmony. I gotta figure out this note. Oh, it's this. Okay, I got it. I got it. Here we go. And then let's get the downbeat. So it'll be like right. Da 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 da. And you could do it on the fly too. So what you can do is just hit there, and then right at the point I need to record, just a split second before it, hit 3.
Okay, gotcha.
Can you count?
I can count.
Hell, shit, yeah, man. What is the chord? Okay, here we go.
Oh, I need to turn the pre-roll off, don't I? To do that.
You don't have to. I mean, no, just fine.
Oh, it'll just start recording if it's if you
No,
play
no.
it, and then
Leave the pre-roll on.
uh-huh.
Click about right here before you want to record.
Yeah.
Once you get past that, you can punch in. You don't hit record now. You just hit play.
Okay.
Watch. Boom.
I see. Okay. Gotcha.
So hit undo. Boom. Here we go. Do it again. I'm not hitting it. I'm being a baby about it. I gotta hit it with confidence. Here we go. Okay, now let's get the next chorus. And what we'll do is I'll play the beginning things. We'll end up punching that middle part again because I'm not good enough to get over to those notes quick enough. So we'll do everything else, and then we'll get that.
There's this big one right here.
I believe so.
All right.
I'll get it a little bit before the downbeat.
Okay.
Hey, while I'm recording, you're clicking on your keyboard rather loudly there.
Just as bad as the chewing?
Yeah, but the difference is I'm freaking recording right now.
Mm-hmm.
So no clicking when the man's recording. Hey, let's try that other camera shot real quick too.
Sure.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Oh yeah.
Hey, click your keyboard.
Oh.
Look at her head over there.
What? What are you doing? I don't have it up on the...
All right, here we go. I missed him. Do it again. God, hold on. What am I doing? Oh, I'm hitting the wrong notes. Oh, here we go. No, you could have kept rolling.
Oh, my
but
bad.
since we're there, go ahead and punch me in. I was gonna say no, punch me in at where I was supposed to punch me in at the downbeat of the next spot. So just put the cursor a little before. No, it's gonna be here. Dun da 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 bum. That's where the downbeat is. So you put the cursor there, and then just hit 3 right a split second before the downbeat.
Cool.
Do it again. I missed. I missed. These things are like it's an optical illusion. Here we go. Oh, we must have skipped a chorus.
Did we?
Zoom out. Yeah, we skipped.
Oh,
the
we
middle
did.
one.
Yeah, I went way too far.
But you know what? Just go ahead and get me at the same place because I'll just go out to the end of the song. We'll go ahead and get it. Just get me where I come in. Dun 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 dun.
Just
dun,
redo
dun.
that whole thing again.
Nah, you can keep those. Just punch me in right before that part there.
Okay.
Oh, let me check my tuning too. Hold on, this thing's been like.
Tuning that thing takes forever.
Oh yeah, Crystal, go ahead and say something. Switch over to Crystal. I gotta check this thing.
Gosh. Well, y'all don't forget to watch the new video. Yeah, I wasn't prepared this time. I don't know what to say. Is that Phrygian modulation? I have no idea.
It's freaking out with Billy Hume.
Modulation. Yes. Actually, Gaz suggested the name of your coffee brand should be Vibrato. Because, little shakiness there on the strings.
Yeah.
Vibrate.
I
Ray
like
Gun
that.
Radio
I like
Star.
that. I like that.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, and y'all, if you have questions for the next time that Billy swings around to doing some questions, pop them in there. I'm going to try to be better about collecting them so I can swing back around to them. But, yeah. I don't know that it's time for coffee just yet.
I might want to get this done before I drink coffee.
I wondered if that was the case.
I gotta tell you, man. Here, go to this camera over here. Like, it's a great sound, but trying to play it with these little hammers, and you're like, ah, and if you're nervous, you're like, ah, ah. So I don't need any coffee right now. And in case anybody's interested, I bought this in the '90s. Wait, I was with Jeff Burdett.
Were you?
I bought it in a store in.
It was a beautiful store. This luthier who had all these
Stone
beautiful
Mountain.
acoustic instruments
And
in
then
Stone
he just
Mountain.
disappeared.
He
It was like-
disappeared.
I mean, I've had this thing for decades, and it's like, it's amazing, man. But I got to put some new strings on it. It's a little. I think we're good. Okay, let's get this. So yeah, punch me in right there. It's the tuning, man. Oh, it's hard to tune because you barely move this thing, and it's like, ah. There we go. Oh, one was sharp, one was flat, too much. I mean, they're not supposed to be perfect, but they should be at least better. Okay, here we go. All right, let's get the very last one. I'm gonna cut. I'm gonna cut and paste some of these, just because I'm just terrible on it. But that last one I got to get because I want it to ring through. So just kind of come in on da 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 da. It's gonna be that one right there. Da. There.
This one.
Yeah, just put the cursor right about a little bit earlier. Yeah, right. Yep, that's fine. And then you can actually do the punch in thing now.
Okay, the
Yeah.
space in 3? Okay.
Well, no, I mean, yeah. No, you can just hit 3 so it'll punch in right on the spot.
Okay,
Because
gotcha.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, if you know where you want to punch in, that's the way I normally do it. But
Okay.
you can also do it on the fly.
Gotcha, cool.
All right, let's get the middle chorus now. All right, here we go. I forgot to do the dang downbeat. Let's do it again.
Oh, yeah.
God, idiot. Yeah, I want to go. I want to, yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's get
Into
the
the bridge?
second. Yeah, let's get the second one. I hit a bad note, and I want to go to that note there. Here we go. Ah. I got to do it with my right hand. Hold on. Hold on. Tuning. Yeah, hold on. I think the... Okay, here we go. Let's just punch in the last note. I could hit it a little harder. This way. Cool. Now let's get the middle, let's get those. So it'll be right after, it's right in the middle. Oh yeah, get rid of that crap. Show the doll once in a while too.
Oh yeah.
So let's go in right there. Zoom in there. No, you got to click. You got to zoom. It's clicking where it's going to zoom where your cursor is clicked.
Oh, okay. You got to click
that's,
before you zoom.
Yeah, click. No, click. It's all right if you click on the track, dude.
I know, but like it's only grabbing it for some reason.
No. You got to move your hand further up. Move the hand.
Oh, it has to be above
It's a smart tool.
Okay.
Yeah. So
That
move
makes
that. I
sense.
wouldn't write down. Now move it to the left. Boom. Zoom in. Oh, not that zoom. And then click. I think it's gonna be like. I think that's the downbeat. So put your cursor like right there, and then I can move it. You know.
Okay. Cool.
So let's get there now. Yeah. Cool. So now I think that's all the choruses, and I'm gonna do an octave now.
Okay.
So let's zoom out. Hit save.
Is it Command S you save on here?
Yeah. Okay. And then zoom out a little bit more. So we got all three. Okay, so take that track. Let's go to the mixer window real quick. And turn that down like 3 dB. Approximately.
Right about there, I think.
Yeah, pan that to the left like 30. Pan the new track to the right 30. And leave it at that. So yeah.
Hey, Batata Bionica. Welcome.
And put that in record now. And since we turned off latch record, it should turn off the other one.
There we go. Yeah.
Oh, hold on. I got to remember what I do here. I got to figure out the harmonies. Oh, I got to do some tuning. I might do these as single notes just because I don't want to crowd things up too much, but I gotta check my tuning. So somebody say something interesting while I'm tuning.
Oh, my word.
That's not that interesting.
No, it's not. Actually, just because this is what's in my head right now, guys, I've been working on something with a band that Billy worked with years ago. And yeah, I've got to be careful how much I say, but I will say this. Hey, y'all, if you ever need to do a contract with somebody, let me tell you that where a lawyer is valuable to you, and this is, I know, a complete change of subject, but it's what in the back of my head, this is what's going on. When a lawyer is valuable to you is to read the contract and explain to you in a very easy terms exactly what it means before you sign it. I don't know how applicable that little piece of information is going to be ultimately to the project I'm working on, digging up some stuff. But, you know, it definitely reminded me that this is an important thing for y'all to remember. And I don't know, I guess that's the main thing I was going to say there.
Well, the thing with a lawyer, the lawyer is not, it's not a lawyer's job to tell you what to do. It's a lawyer's job, like you said, to explain to you and advise you. Mm-hmm. And you can do something different than the lawyer says, but if you don't actually understand everything that they're saying or whatever, don't pretend like it's all right when you're talking to a lawyer to tell them that you don't know what the hell that means. Mm-hmm. They ain't gonna get mad at you. Just stop and ask them.
Right.
And it might cost you a little extra money because they're charging by the hour, but let me tell you, it's a good thing to know because, and this is not necessarily something, this particular problem she's talking about is not our fault as much as we think there was some shenanigans going on.
Well, I think that somebody else that Billy knows was taken advantage of.
Yes. Well, supposedly I'm owed $3 million. But
Yeah, well,
I don't believe that.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that.
I'm owed something, but nothing. Come on, man.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. But the point is, if you don't understand what the lawyer is saying, ask them. Make sure you do understand it. Also, if you're going to go talk to a lawyer about a contract, look up legal terms. What's the tricky one? It's
Notwithstanding heretofore?
yes, notwithstanding heretofore. Does anybody, while I'm tuning, does anybody out there know what notwithstanding heretofore means?
In a contract.
In a contract, what does that mean?
But yeah, that's the main thing. And you can't completely rely on a contract to protect you in the future. But you want to make sure that at least it's set out exactly the way you want it before you sign it. And also, after all the negotiations are done and it's time to actually sign the piece of paper, read it again.
Yeah,
Make sure
because
it's what you decided to sign.
I can't talk about too many details, but I was sued by some jackass. Even though we signed a contract, they just basically said, "Oh, whatever," and they just said a bunch of stuff, and then they sued me. And I can't. There's no way for me to just say, "But we have this contract." You can't just ignore it. If somebody sues you, and that's what they did, they served me in Georgia Supreme Court, and I am legally bound to now respond to that claim. Even it was absolute bullshit, and anybody who knew anything just could even look at the first couple sentences and go, "This is bullshit." But legally, because they officially, filed it with the courts, and I was served and all that, I have to then hire a lawyer and then respond. And so, yeah, you can have a contract, but at the end of the day, the contract's only as good as the people signing it. But you still need to understand what it is. So just kind of keep that in mind. The other thing is, separate from this situation, if you're ever successful in music, and you make a lot of money, you're going to get sued. Even if you didn't do anything wrong. Even if you didn't do it, somebody's going to make up something. And because of the way the system works, sometimes when you see people settle, that's because it's like the other side can keep just hiring lawyers and forcing you to spend money. And sometimes it's cheaper to say and I'm seeing this with clients of mine. I can't talk about any of the details, but people that were just sued and it was absolutely bogus. But it's like, let's just give them some money to go away. Very common. So just be prepared for that. Getting sued is a terrible thing, but you better get used to it if you want to make money in this business. You want to be around. Somebody's going to sue you.
Spy Guy and Rick Finsta both got it. So basically, if you've got a contract and you run into the phrase, notwithstanding heretofore, it's basically saying, notwithstanding, like,
regardless of what was said
of everything that's been said up to this point. So really, the important part comes after.
Yeah.
Notwithstanding heretofore.
Yeah, you could have a 50-page contract, right? And there's, oh, this is great. But on the end of page 50, the last paragraph, if that line's in there, they could suddenly say a bunch of other stuff, which makes everything else in that contract kind of irrelevant. So, just saying.
Ben Tyerman recommends the Donald Passman book on
Yes.
the music business.
And not all lawyers are the same. Some lawyers are lawyers, meaning they're in the lawyer's game. a lawyer needs to represent you, but sometimes lawyers just like fighting with each other. So there's been a couple lawyers, not gonna mention any names, and they're kind of like pushing, doing certain things, but then when you really, if you understand it, you realize like this is more about something in him, somebody else, than just being a lawyer. Like being a great guitar player. Like you could be a great guitar player and you could play the right part, or you could play something really fancy to show off, but it's not the right thing for the song. Same with lawyers. So the best thing to learn about this stuff is not only learn about law, but go hang out with some lawyers. And go meet some. I kind of got screwed over by somebody, not in a big way, just kind of, it was actually, I got why they did it, and they kind of took advantage of us, and it involved somebody else, signed something and took a check and all that. And I was really mad about it because I wasn't involved, and it wasn't like a huge thing, but it would have been worth a few $1,000 extra. So what did I do? I took that lawyer out to lunch. Didn't bring that up. Actually, he kind of brought it up, and I was like, well, you got me. We laughed about it. But it was like, for me to kind of like, well, how does he think? I actually found out later he was a crappy lawyer. Once I learned how to read contracts, I was like, God, this person writes terrible contracts. But anyway, there's that. I think I'm in tune now. Let's try this now. So this is the octave part. Oh, what do? I'm going. And then I go. All right, here we go. I need to not try to do that middle note. It's a big jump. I'm jumping like from here. Whoa. Okay, let's do it again.
Do you want to do the whole thing again?
Yeah, I was off. Got to get one note. I got the second note.
It's the one at the
yeah,
here,
the
right?
bomb. Yes, on the downbeat, and the second note was cool. I managed to get the second note.
Zoom in, please. There we go.
Second note's good. You can pull that back. So now let's go to the second chorus. But I gotta go. Oh, I could have gone. I don't know. I have to figure out what note because I want to do that note going into the bridge. I'll figure out when I get there. Let's just get this. Yeah, get me like right. Punch me like in somewhere around here. It's like your zoom in.
John says, "Hey, isn't there a song you're supposed to be finishing up?"
There.
This one right here.
I mean, that's what we're doing right now.
No, it's John Clark.
Oh yeah, John, but I'm streaming, man. I stream every Wednesday. Come or hell or high water. I'm working on it. It's actually almost done, dude. Give me a little extra pre-roll. Just type in a 3 up there.
Up here?
Yeah. Yeah. Now hit return.
Yes, Sleepyhead, I just noticed the language is something of a contradiction.
Okay, here we go. cleaner. It's like a kind of, it's all right if it's a little dissonant. Here we go. Cool. Now let's get to the last chorus. Let's go to that other camera shot real quick. Yeah, let's do that one. Oh, sorry. I forgot we had a 3 measure.
I can put. You want me to put it back?
Yeah,
to
put
2?
it back to 2. I think that's good. Like I said, I'm going to cut and paste some of this stuff. All right, so let me sit there. Turn off this record.
Well, I was starting to type a response. So I was going to tell you, Nikki, because Nikki asked about, he says, I'm told it's a good idea to use a lawyer for copyright contract. You know,
Copyright contract.
You really don't need to worry too much about this sort of thing for any particular song, unless the song is going to be making some money.
Chat.
So you got to think about, because let's face it.
Hold on. What does he mean by copy? There is no copyright contract.
Right.
Are you talking about a song split? Or
Yes.
are you talking about filling out a copyright form? Because a song split is pretty basic, and that's something that if you do a lawyer for that, you're going to waste a lot of money. You just got to have a song split when you're working with somebody and just say, hey, sign this.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting at. You don't really need anything like that for copyright. Now, you might, if something's going to get picked up and make some money, you might want to make sure that your song splits are all in order and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, copyright is easy to do. And then song splits, actually, Billy has some example song splits available on both his Patreon and his Discord.
Yeah, it's on the Discord.
They're just, super basic. Billy's not a lawyer, but you can do the song splits very easily.
You can write it on a napkin.
You really literally can. As long as everybody's agrees and everybody signs their name, there's a date, that's your song split, and it tells how much % each person owns of the masters and or the publishing. So
yeah, I'd be careful about asking ChatGPT for legal advice.
Yeah, I mean,
Man.
The idea was that you can take legal language in something and put it in ChatGPT and it summarizes it for you. You can get kind of maybe a broad idea to get you started, but do not trust.
Yeah, maybe a specialized
ChatGPT. Do not trust them.
AI that's made for legal, but no.
Even then, because it has no context. Yeah, don't trust it. But yeah, if y'all want a song split, just something on hand to use that's quick and easy, there are some free downloadable ones. You can grab them from Billy's Patreon or Discord.
Sacred says, on the breakdown Tom Dulcimer riff, it's 16/8. I just recently discovered its technicality called a double tresillo. Love that rhythmic device, if you will. Thanks. It's weird. I've written songs with weird time signatures. I don't actually know. If I count it, it'll throw me off. I just feel it. I had a song once that went like 4434 445414. It was like this really weird thing, and I just like, oh, it's just this weird thing. I was actually counting it, I wasn't actually counting it. I thought of it in 4. I just thought, oh, there's these weird accents, and he's like, no, and he counted it. I was like, oh my God, that's it. Hey James, what's going on, man? I'm getting back to you, James. Getting back to you. So the time signature thing, if I, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, cool. Oh, I see what you're saying. Cool. Yeah, I just do stuff. I don't really think about that stuff. And it's easier for me if I'm not thinking, because I'll get really off if I start thinking about it too much.
Oh, you have a video about that.
About what? Oh, not thinking.
Not thinking.
Yes, why I banned thinking.
I'll find it.
Yeah, hold on. Let me see if I can find the video so I can show you the thumbnail. It's actually, I think, a really good video, but it's not gotten a lot of views. I put it out a while ago.
2 years ago.
Hold on. It's pretty old. Where is it?
You know, you can search your page.
Oh, there it is. It's this one right here. Why I Banned Thinking. And y'all should go check that one out. It's pretty deep, man. I actually got the idea from listening to a Radio Lab podcast. Because they're talking about thinking in there. And I'm not actually that good at thinking. So it's good for me. Hold on, let me listen to this on the speakers real quick, and then we're going to swing around some Q&A before I end the stream. I mean, it's not perfect. I can definitely hear some being off because, like I said, this is not my number one. But I'll move it around. It'll be cool, blend it in with the other stuff, you know. Groovy. Yeah, it'll be cool. That'll be cool. Just gotta work on the rest of it. All right. So now that we're done with that, is there any Q&A stuff I need to do?
Well, there was a little bit of talk about AI. How do you feel about AI in music production and artists getting their music from AI versus producers? And I did throw up a link to the video you did. Billy has a video called "What is the Future of Music and Should You Be Worried?" And he talks a little bit about that.
Yeah. Oh, quickly, I see a question. AIDG. This is Pro Tools. I don't work in Reaper. I mean, the problem with AI in music is that it's built on other people's music. It's like that's what they're doing.
It's theft.
It's theft, in my opinion. And I don't think that, at the minimum, you should not be able to copyright it. But, you know, somebody had a comment on a video and they said, I make music with Suno. I was like, no, you ain't making shit. You're typing prompts. Heck, somebody pasting loops is being way more musical than you are writing prompts. Come on, man. But it's going to be good. And unfortunately, there's no stopping it. It's going to be what it's going to be. And I think it's going to end up being like, in a weird way, like another genre. But I literally think you should be required by law to have a notification on your freaking music or your movie that it's fake. It's like we got warnings on cigarettes and other stuff, but I just don't think that we should not know when it's not real. See, that's the problem with going into the future. There's so much misinformation out there, which is really just freaking lying, but it's harder and harder to tell what is real. And I don't know if there's any hope of enforcing this, because I think the people who want to have power want us to not know what's real. They want us to be confused. Why the hell would they let you know what's real? They're up there lying absolutely every single day into the freaking cameras and just doing stupid shit. And it's, propaganda and all that kind of stuff. But I think AI ties into that. And if we don't know what's real, how can we make decisions about who our leaders should be or what kind of society we should have? It goes far beyond music. But as far as music's concerned, it's gonna take away a lot of jobs. It's gonna kill. Got a friend of mine who's been working for Atlantic Records for a few years now, full time. I didn't realize he got laid off in December. They literally got rid of all their engineers and closed their studios, at least in Atlanta. I don't know about other cities. And I think it's probably because they just don't need it. Like, it's easier to make records. And and probably a lot of people also just being careful about the economy. But yeah, I'm not crazy about it. So I'm just going to say that. So.
Actually, random question.
Hold on. No, it's not the same as keyboards, digital drum machines. It's not the same, because a digital drum machine, like you program it, you're still creating the part. Yeah, like when nice samplers came out where it sounds like real strings. Yeah, but nobody's like, you're not. You can tell on the production side, sure, I get it. The funny thing is when drum machines came out, yeah, I started recording a lot less drummers. But over the years, I've actually had more people hire me to track drummers again. People are kind of over that shit. They want real drums again. But it is different, because it kind of comes down to the creative part. Like whether it's a synth or a real piano or a sampler or a real piano or guitar or like a software amp. Oh, you're going to put amplifier companies out of business. That's a whole other subject. What we're talking about here is the intellectual property, the creation of it. And music AI is built off sampling other people's music. They go out and they scrape this stuff and they're putting it together. But you can't actually say, oh, that comes from this song or this song or this song. So I don't know how you can track it, but I feel like there should be a warning on there. And I don't know. That's my opinion, because some of us have worked really freaking hard. But we're talking about lots of people. I mean, I don't know if they've scraped anything I've done. It's not like but I just don't think that's fair. And a lot of people say, well, life's not fair. Well, I get that. Maybe lightning hits you. Maybe a hurricane comes along. You can't control that. But as humanity, as people, with the technology that we have and the knowledge we have, there's no freaking reason why we can't make life a little more freaking fair. To sit there and say it's not fair is really, to me, an excuse for rich people to just freaking keep exploiting all of us. So quit saying that shit, We ain't talking about tornadoes and a car wreck out of the blue. We're talking about a situation that it could be fair. Like, if we, and people want to act like that's not natural. Let me tell you, if humanity didn't think that being fair was important, then we'd all still be in caves. We would literally be in caves. Me, I have glasses. If I were a caveman, I would be dead because I wouldn't see the lion or whatever in the woods, right? And I'm a small guy. You know, how many people out there have some sort of thing? Like everybody thinks, oh, I'm a big tough guy. Most of us would be dead back in those days because of health reasons or you weren't strong enough or whatever. So the fact that we're here, the fact that people get by with medication and I have glasses to help me and we got artificial limbs and all that means that humanity at its core does actually want to be fair. So don't freaking say that to me. That's complete bullshit, right? We do want to be fair. And it is in our power to be a little more cool about it. It's just about being cool. Don't be an asshole. Come on, man. Come on. Quit stealing. Quit lying. Anyway, that's a whole other subject.
Yeah, boy, triggered a rant there. Palate cleanser, I guess. Random question that I've wondered about. What headphones do you use there? And why do your cushions look like they're made out of duct tape?
Well, so these are, hey, let me see yours there. These are, let's go to the bigger one. Let's go to Wood Chat. Yep. So this is what I'm actually using. These are Audio-Technica M50Xs. Audio-Technica M50Xs. These are the same exact thing. The ear cushions are something that Harper bought for me because mine were coming apart. So these are.
Yeah, Billy's were shedding little bits
Hold on,
of
there's a
stuff
hair
everywhere.
Oh God, I got to get rid of this hair. Can't get rid of it. Okay, these are aftermarket ear pads, and they I guess they kind of look like duct tape. I was thinking they look like urban camouflage or something like that. But yeah, they're great. So Harper walked in one day and said, "Hey, I got you some new pads." So it was pretty awesome. But yeah, that's what those are. I love these headphones. These are really good headphones.
Ben Tyreman asked, is there a second mic or is it just one U87?
Oh, I mic'd this in mono, so it's just one U87. Oh, I meant to talk about that. It's a U87 going into a Cappy mic pre, and then it's hitting a distressor. I often will mic this in stereo, which is amazing sounding, but this is going to be this insanely dense production, and it's really just a small part of a bigger sound. So I'm just like, let me just do it in mono and just pan them. But yeah, it's just a U87. I've actually never mic'd this thing with a U87 before. I usually use like small diaphragm condensers, and then one time I actually had a Sennheiser 441, which is a dynamic mic, and it was kind of just randomly kind of generally pointed at the hammer dulcimer, and I actually armed the wrong mic and started recording and realized like, oh, what is it? And I was like, oh, that was really cool. So I used that. So.
Let's see. Gabe asked, do you consider something like Logic's new mastering assistant to be AI since it's not generative, but it's just adjusting sound that's already there?
I have no idea. Probably. I mean, there's like, I use DaVinci to edit video, and it's got some stuff in it. Like, what was the thing I was using? It's it's the voice isolation. So it's got this thing that's like a noise gate, right? But it's like, because I was working on a video, and as I'm talking, I had the speakers on, and you could hear the drums a little bit back in the background. And I would delete on the audio track between where I was talking, because just, you know. So, and I was like, oh, let me try that. So I turned it, it's like, oh yeah, it's getting rid of all that music noise in between me talking. But what was crazy, it was removing the sound of the drums while I was talking. I don't know how it did it, but they say it's AI. That's probably not generative. That's probably some sort of analyzation thing. To me, that's a little bit different, because it's just like AI for analyzing stuff and all that. I'm fine with that. It's just the idea of stealing other people's work and using it, putting it out there and calling it originals. I got a bit of a problem with that. I do think AI, we're talking about contracts and not using ChatGPT for AI, but eventually AI will take lawyer jobs, because a lot of it is about reviewing contracts and stuff and just sitting there and reading that stuff and
interpreting, like we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't use ChatGPT for it, but yeah. And also the other thing I've heard is like there are people who analyze like x-rays and stuff like that in hospitals and all that. And, you know, they just sit there and they look at x-rays and they, you know, I look at x-rays, it all looks the same to me. But they're saying AI will start taking those jobs too. So, you know, it's like one of those things, I guess, you know, it'll keep taking jobs away. They better come up with some universal income or something like that because a lot of people can get out of work. Yes, Kev, I actually did sample the hammer dulcimer to make a library out of it. And then later on I was like, the problem with sampling it as opposed to playing it live is that while you're playing it live and you hit a note, the other notes are still ringing. There's a certain amount of like interaction of the harmonics. I mean, you could let the samples ring, but they're not going to interact the same way as it live. I mean, but I have thought about if you don't have one, what are you going to do? So yeah, I've thought about making one and putting it out. I got to put new strings on it. I did one. I just didn't like the sound of it, and I realized I could have done a better job. So I'm thinking about if I do it, I'll put it out there. It'll probably be on my Patreon or something like that.
I think we've mostly caught up with today's. I've got a few I've tucked in the back pocket from previous streams, but we've been going more than 2 hours.
Yeah, I probably got to stop, and I need to actually. I gotta catch up, and I gotta work on John's song. John, I'm going to work on your song. I got to get his mix done. It's mostly done. I just got to put some finishing touches on it. So I got to work on that mix tonight. I got to listen to some MP3s. James D. Cooler, I'm going to get to your thing tonight. It's just been the last few days have been kind of crazy.
Tyler wonders, can we listen to the whole song? I don't know.
I mean, I'll play it. It's like there's no vocals, but I'll play from beginning to end.
Tell us a little bit about it.
I mean, it's just I don't want to play the vocals because they're terrible. Let me see. Is there anything?
Billy is not a fan of how he sang back then, and he wants to completely change up.
I'll put in like some of the speech by Bone Crusher, and I'll put it kind of quietly in there. It's kind of goofy, and I'm not even sure if I'll keep this one. I just think it can be done better. This is a very conceptual piece. So, I don't know. I'll play what I got. I'm not sure how much of this I'm going to keep. So, here we go. Where's the beginning at? And I'm going to be putting live toms. I just assembled this recently. Enough excuses. Here we go.
Programmed by nature and eons of survival. The instinct to prey upon the weak. The predator hunts and kills. Heartless, thoughtless,
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Thanks, Zolf. Yeah, it does sound like the Labyrinth. I never thought about that. Yeah, thanks, Ben Tarman. I am going to be releasing more songs. And just like I said, I'm dealing with some distribution stuff. So that's the song, and I'm going to be working on this some more. More to come. Everybody, please check out the new video, the Led Zeppelin video. There's the thumbnail right there.
And I'm throwing up the link again.
Yeah, this is my new video. Just came out 2 days ago. Everybody, please go check that out. And we can go back to the main camera here. So yeah, it's been go ahead and put Kid up there too. Man, I appreciate everybody being involved and hanging out and watching me work on the song. And yeah, it's been awesome. There'll be more to come. Like I said, eventually I'll start doing some nighttime streams. A lot more to come. There's a lot more to come on this channel. The marimba. So that is actually a, I mentioned it on another live stream. I thought it was called a balambada, but it's an African marimba type thing. And it's played by Zach Velmer from Sound Tribe Sector 9. This was back in the 90s when they're still living in Atlanta, and he lived near the studio and he came over. But actually, I need to talk to him, make sure I can use it on the track. It was 25 years ago. It's hard to get in touch with the guy. I'm trying to get, hey man, you still good at me using it on the song? I really like that part, but that's actually Zach Velmer. He did 2 takes and it was just, he was just messing around and I cut and pasted it because it's not an instrument and he plays, but he had a couple of cool ideas and then I was like, oh, I like that. And we kind of pieced it together. So that's what that is. Yeah, I could use tempo mapping, but I'll just play it, Anyway, everybody, thanks so much for being involved in the stream and watching and commenting.
Don't forget to share the word,
subscribe.
Watch more videos on the channel.
Really appreciate all the support. The channel's growing. The Discord is growing. I've got a lot of support from people out there helping. This has been awesome. The last few months have been incredible. But like I said, we're just at the beginning. Oh, Tylo, the Betamax. Oh, Kit?
Mm-hmm. I know. We've been in communication.
Okay, good. Yeah, the Betamax. Hell yeah. Anyway, everybody, thanks so much. Y'all have a good day. Be good to each other and always be unique.
Thank you.
See ya. Take 2, take 3, take 4, take 5, take whatever.